If we want to continue to talk, we can. The only problem is that then we're not going to get through the lesson. And if we don't get through the lesson, who's the only ones who are going to suffer? Absolutely. God bless. So today, because we have shortened periods, it was the third in a series of quizzes. So I was not able to, I'm not going to have time to go over the quiz with you. Being the third one, it's not the end of the world. And also, because of the shortened periods, we're not going to go over to do it. However, we have about 9 minutes left, 8 or 9 minutes, 8 minutes, and we will go over today's lesson and get that done. Ishi, can we kill the lights, please? Okay. Now look, folks. Now, these are all linear patterns. Linear means that there's a constant rate of change. You're always going up by the same amount. And because it's linear, it graphs like a line. Because it graphs like a line, it fits into y equals mx plus b format. So what I'm going to do is I am going to work backwards. Do you know how usually we give you the equation and then we ask you to figure out, hey, if that was the equation, then what do I put inside the table? Well, today we go backwards and we say, hey, look, here's the table. You tell me the equation. But because it's linear, it's y equals mx plus b. And linear means that there is a constant rate of change. And we know what the constant rate of change is often called in an equation. It's called slope, which is the change in y over the change in x. So for every one of these, I want to figure out y equals mx plus b. And this is an extremely important skill that we learn during the year. Okay? So for all of them, I'm going to figure out what's the slope and what's the y-intercept. What's the slope and what's the y-intercept? Now, I always like to start with the y-intercept because it's so easy. Rich, you with me here? All you got to do to what does the y-intercept mean? It's where it what? Crosses the y-axis. When you look at the y-axis, here it is right here. What's the x value at the y-axis? 0. So I just look for whatever's paired up with 0. So in this case, I'm going to put a plus 3 at the end. So the y, the equals, the x, all stay the same, and then I immediately find b by looking at whatever's paired with the input of 0, the x of 0, and now I have to figure out the slope. Now slope is change in y over change in x. Now, do you see how these guys are going up by 1s? What are these guys going up by? 2s. So my slope is 2 over 1. And that's how I write the equation of a linear function. If it's not linear, I can't do it this way, but I can do it for linear. So I know my y, my equals, and my x stay the same. What's the y-intercept on the next one? 50, good. So plus 50. Make sure you write plus because it is a positive 50. If there's no sign in front, we always put a positive, okay? Now, what's the slope here? What am I going up by? No, I'm not going up by 50s. Going up by 100. But the slope's not 100. Danger, danger, danger. What's this guy going up by? 25s. And the slope is change in y over change in x. What's 100 divided by 25? 4. So it's y equals 4x plus 50. Now, you can see that your equation's right because all of the coordinate pairs, the input-output pairs, will check. Watch. Ready? Let's check this one here. You could check them all, but let's check this one. Let's take the 50 and plug it in for x. What's 4 times 50? 4 times 50. What is it? 200. Plus 50 makes 250. Let's do 100. What's 4 times 100? 400. Plus 50. 450. So can you see how the rule is explaining what's going on in the graph or in the table? Okay, let's look at the next one. You try to do the next one all the way through. This should be a 5, by the way. Straighten that out and make that Okay, I always like to do the y-intercept first. What's the y-intercept? Negative what? 3, good. And then, what am I going up by here? I'm going up by 4. What am I going up by here? 1. So it's 4x minus 3. Okay, so one more time. Y equals mx plus b rules the day. B pairs with 0. M is the change in y over the change in x. All right, you try the next one. Right there. You try that next one. Y equals? Who thinks they have it? Thomas? That's right. Y equals 7x minus 2. The negative 2 pairs with 0, so that's the y-intercept. What is this guy going up by? 7. What's this guy going up by? 1. So 7 over 1, right? Change in y over change in x. Now, I'm going to show you 2 ways to do this to get 4. If I go 19 up 7, what do I get? 26. Another way to do it, let's plug in a 4. What's 7 times 4? 28. 28 minus 2 is? 26. So you can get it either way. Try the next one. Okay, first off, what's my y-intercept? Everybody? 40, good. And my slope is 3x plus 40. Very good. Hasta la vista. Vamos con Dios. Toodaloo. Ta-ta. Arrivederci. Smile a lot. Ciao. Arrivederci. Adios, amigos y amigas. Shalom. Kadafis. Garushirus.